Welcome to Google Drive, a primer. This video will help you get familiar with some of the functions and abilities of Google Drive, an app that we will be using extensively in 6th grade. This video is by no means comprehensive. There is a lot more to learn. The goal of this video is to get you acquainted with the application and some of the basic functions, so let's be on our way. This is the Google Drive icon. It should be pretty easy to find on your iPad, but just in case, it looks like this. Just tap the icon to open up the app. It's that easy. When you open up Google Drive, it'll look something like this. I've been using it for quite some time, so I have many things on my drive. You may not have as many things, but don't worry, that'll change quickly. On the right-hand side, you have your navigation options. Right now, My Drive is selected. That's where all your important things will be. That's like your class folders and the like. The Shared With Me section, that's anything that is shared with you. That's pretty obvious. The Starred section is for starred documents. If you notice over on the right here, the 6th grade admin folder is starred, so if I clicked on that, all of my starred folders and documents would be listed. And recent is the most recent thing you have worked on. That's going to be pretty useful too. As you can see, if you select a drive on the left, for instance, My Drive, all of the contents of that drive show up on the right of the screen in the main section. I have a lot of things here, so if I wanted to find something without having to scroll down for it, I could click the magnifying glass button, which is my search. All the way on the right, next to that is this circular button with an arrow. That's your refresh button, so in case something isn't there, you can refresh all of Google Drive and see if it pops up. And in the middle, we have this plus sign. Let's see what happens when we push that. As you can see, this is the Add button, and this is how you make a new document in Google Drive. If you remember over here, since my My Drive folder is open, any document I make is going to automatically go into the folder or the drive that I have selected. If I wanted it to appear in my Documents folder, where's my doc? There it is, my Documents folder, I would have to open that first, or tap that first, and then create a document. For you, you'll want to open up the appropriate class folder first, and then create the document inside that folder. For now, let's just create a document and see what's up. When you tap the plus icon, you get this menu right here, the Add menu. You can select a new document, new spreadsheet, or new folder. You can upload stuff or use the camera. That's actually connected to your iPad camera, so you can take a picture and just send it right to Google Drive. Now, every document should have a name, but we're going to go over naming procedures later. You should always aim to have some appropriate name for your document. This will help you to stay organized, and it will help you if you have to search for this document later. Here is a typical Google Drive document. Up at the top of the screen, we're going to notice some options. In the middle, these are your output options. Fonts, that selects the font. You click on that and you can scroll through a list. You have your bold, italics, and underline text. This button in the middle here that looks like a paragraph is your alignment. There are 3 different alignments. Alignment left, which is your traditional alignment. Alignment center, which we use for titles. And alignment right, which is used very rarely but can come in handy sometimes. Next to these two are your listing options. You can make a numbered list or a bullet-pointed list. And here, to the right of those, are your indenting options. Indent back, indent. These are like your tab buttons, or your reverse tab buttons, if you're used to your keyboards. To the right of these output options are 2 icons. The first one looks like a chat box. This is where you can look at the comments made by your teachers or peers. When you submit a document to Google Drive, your teachers will have some things to say about it and may comment on it. You can see every single comment by tapping on this icon. The people icon at the far right reveals a list of all the people who can access the document you just made. Now let's say that you just made a document and you want to share it with a number of people in the class, including the teacher. For example, here are some scripts that last year's students wrote for Egypt Day. Each script needed to be shared with every member of the class. To do that, we need to tap the arrows next to the documents. So these are the arrows I'm talking about over here. And if we click it, it looks like this. As you can see, once you click the arrow, the view changes and shifts to the right. You can see that you have a preview of the document, the last time it was modified, or whether or not it's available offline. Below that is a list of who has access to it. But let's say that we need to invite more people. There are two ways to do this. You can click on the small plus sign right there, or you could click on the three lines at the top right-hand corner of your screen right there. By clicking those three lines, you get this action drop-down menu. You can share it, rename it, move it to another folder, or remove it completely from your drive. To share it with more people, tap the Share option. Now you can add people by typing the name of the person you want to invite. Since DE is so technologically advanced, just by typing the last name, or the first in some case, of the person you want to invite, his or her name and email address will pop up automatically. And that is Google Drive. Hopefully, this video gave you an idea of the various parts of Google Drive that you will use. Feel free to click around and explore it yourself too. Nothing beats first-hand experience. Thanks for watching.